Guys, we are now at the season finale. Is it all that you hope for? Is this the best episode of the series? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my Halo Season 1, Episode 9 season finale titled Transcendence. Add a plot in your language. I'm just kidding, guys, but I do want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen it. You have been warned. And if you happen to like the video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, helping me reach 40,000 subscribers. And you can also follow me on social media. All of the information is in the description box below for you to follow me and read at your own leisure. But guys, I do apologize. I did not give you an episode 7 and I did not give you an episode 8. So let me go ahead and give you a brief rundown of those episodes before we jump into this season finale. Episode 7 that had to do with Kwan Ho or Kwan Ha, that character right there. I'm not even going to pull anything up. I did not like that episode at all. I tried to watch it like 3 times and I fell asleep every time. I mean, it was just boring to me. I'm sorry. I mean, I like Bokeem Woodbine, and at first I was liking the girl, but she's just annoying as hell. And I saw the beginning of the episode and I saw the very end. And like I said, I tried to watch it 3 times. It's called Solace, but I fell asleep every time. Now, the next episode, Inheritance, which was much better, episode 8. I like that. The only thing that really didn't make sense to me is, John, you getting all your socks knocked off by some alien coochie. Okay, this blessed one, this McKee. Where in the world, first of all, did she learn the birds and the bees? She was kidnapped or abducted or whatever you want to call it when she was a child. And so, of course, that was way before she developed into a woman, way before she hit puberty or anything like that. But she going around with an alien species. Who taught her how to get it in? You know what I'm saying? What was her experiences like? I mean, I'm just saying, because she coming home, she smashing John having all these googly eyes and stuff. They frolicking in the park. You know, the captain is not happy with that, and I don't blame her either, because that's just ridiculous. You know, she called him out in this episode, and I'm glad that she did. But John is he was really tripping right there, just trusting McKee to handle all these artifacts. That just didn't make sense to me. Yeah, and I'm talking about Miss Admiral Margaret Parangonsky right here. I really did like her. She was pretty dope. And it was also nice to see the Spartans fight each other towards the end of the episode, where John had picked up the weights and was flinging them around. It just showed how strong they were, opposed to regular humans or Marines that we've got, you know, little small glimpses of throughout this show. I mean, even Cortana, and of course John didn't touch. He didn't trust her initially, but she was like, hey, you know, trying to help him out in the fight, like, hey, his knee is damaged. Try to take out his knee, you know, roll over to the right, activating the Warthog and try to run over Vanek. I thought that was dope as hell. And so while I was not really feeling episode 7, I really was feeling episode 8. But let's get into this episode 9 with this season finale right here, guys. And I have to say that it was incredible. I loved it. Only thing there was one nitpick that I really didn't like at the end. But as we saw at the end of episode 8, where Miranda figured out, wait a minute, we cannot trust McKee. Okay, she is part of this alien covenant. She's speaking Swahili, and she runs in there and tries to save the day. But McKee hurries up and touches the artifact, the keystone, and it blows everybody against the walls. And that is how this episode starts off. It is explosions everywhere. The whole base has been compromised, and McKee has stolen the artifact. She has stolen the keystone, and John is just completely discombobulated. He don't know what's what, up and down, left, right, all of that. And Kyle was like, "Go, John, go. I will be okay." And he runs in there with, it's just chaos everywhere. And he runs in there to McKee. He said, "Oh, McKee took the artifact. She's gone. She's probably going to be on Halsey's ship." Now, your boy Vanek has been in the sunken place for quite some time. You know, him and Riz still has the pellet in the back. So they can feel they can't feel anything like emotion or passion or anything like that. But this was a confrontation right here between the Spartans about what to happen, what's going on, what's about to happen. And Vanek is tripping. You know, he's about to blow somebody's head off. And just talking about, John is like, hey, man, listen. They kidnapped us, okay? You got to listen to me. I know this stuff don't make sense. And I really want to know, why was Riz more sympathetic to John's claim here than Vanek was? Because Riz has the pellet in his back as well. And he was taking a long time to come over to the light. I'm like, bro, you stop, leave the dark side alone. Stop, leave the Kool-Aid alone. My goodness gracious. But, you know, it was a nice scene. I really did like it right here. We also have Jacob coming in here with his daughter, Miranda. I take full responsibility, okay? If you're going to shoot anybody, shoot me. We stole from you. There's nothing that we can do about it right now, but I'm sorry. It was wrong, and it was despicable, and it's out there. It's out there now. Kai is up here talking about it. It's true. You have to believe him, okay? I know it's messed up, but you have to believe us. And I'm just like, yeah, I wonder how this is going to play out. But Vanek was taking a long time to come around, but he finally did, and I like that, because he was like, hey, if McKee gets away with the Keystone, we lose the war. It's as simple as that. If we lose this, we lose the war, we're all going to die. No matter what happened to us in the past, all we got right now is each other. But that's pretty cool. They put their guns aside, they put their differences aside, and be like, okay, let's just go save the day. And I really like this part right here is when the score starts coming through from the old Halo video game. I started bobbing my head right here like, yes, this is taking me back. This is dope as hell. I love all of this right here. Now, of course, Miranda, she mad at her daddy. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. Jacob's been tripping, kidnapping kids. I mean, he needs to go to jail for that as well, or punished in some capacity. We're just going to have to see. But if I was Miranda, I wouldn't want to talk to him either. I mean, what he did was messed up, you know, and so I would be feeling some type of way. We have this confrontation right here between the two of them, just like, yeah, you know, you a punk, you a hoe, you know, you a bitch, you know, for kidnapping me. I'm gonna get your ass. They're gonna be, I forgot this what word he used, recompense. It may be the word that he used, but I can't remember. But I don't blame him. But John is like, look, we got a job to do. You know, we can't be bickering right now. We got to go save the day. We got to get these artifacts back, or, you know, we're going to lose the war. And I like that. Now, Halsey, she's trying to escape. She's on the tarp, not the tarp, but the deck. I can't think of the term right now. I'm sorry. She's trying to escape. But the mad scientist is like, we got to go. And they finna blast the hell out of her car. Now, her car, what am I talking about? Her ship, her spaceship. Now, it's interesting right here. We're going to put a pin in this right here, because the mad scientist was like, I didn't catch this the first time I watched it. But the second time, he's like, we got to go. He's like, listen to me. We have options. Are you listening to me? And I think he was telling her, hey, activate the flash clone or whatever, and that can be your scapegoat. And like I said, the first time, I really wasn't thinking about that. But the second time, I was like, oh, okay, I like this right here. But as all the Spartans are coming together and they put together their plan to save the day, I like how, not Halsey, but I like how Kai was like, I want Halsey. She's pissed off. She was lied to. She's realizing that everything she's known since her memory serves her has been a lie. And I love how they have either the human beings or the Marines on the, and I was going to say tarp again, on the deck running after the ship, but then they show Kai sprinting and she just zooms past all of them to show the scale, show the size, the difference, how much faster she is than all of them. I thought that was put together very, very well. I love that. And it was just badass to see her run and jump and roll onto the top of the ship. And she just has so much authority. Superhero landings and all that. And she goes in and she shoots the vent, you know, goes in there. Who am I? What's going on? Tell me. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't blame you. I would be feeling the same way too. But she kills the mad scientist, throws him up in the air. The dude even tried to hit her in the back of the head. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You tripping. You know what I'm saying? She's like 50,000 times stronger than you. You weak as hell. You have no physical dominance in this situation at all. But Halsey now gets into the escape pod and she goes away and they start tracking that down. And I'm just like, they track her down. And then I was like, man, it just seemed really easy for them to get her, you know, like she's the bad guy and all this, the evil Karen. Now, the ship crashes and Kai lives. And I had a feeling, I was like, I don't think Kai's dead. I'm pretty sure that she survived this crash because she could have, you know, cubby-holed herself in some corner in the ship. She's also a super soldier with a super suit. And we're going to see how strong those suits are at the end of this episode where Riz took a grenade. But we know when she put her hand up and started pulling herself up, I was like, okay, you know, that is expected or whatever. But John, he has his detective hat on right now. He's at the computer screen trying to figure it out, pull up this system. John, we've tried that aerospace system a bunch of times and there's nothing there. We'll magnify this and turn the gravity on 20 times and yada yada and space fragments and crystals, and he figures it out. And he's like, oh, okay, let's go here. Now, Parangoski, she's like, wait a minute, John. We need to send 12 battalions. John's like, no, man, if you send 10,000, I'm finna say Martians, military people, Marines, you're going to send 10,000 men to die. She's like, bro, listen to me. You're going to listen to me because lately you've been tripping. Your behavior has been erratic, to say the least. I'm not going to lie. I was laughing my butt off when she said that right there because it's true. But she's like, look, you're going to listen to me. And you know, they're trying to work it out. They got it together or whatever, which is cool. All that matters right now is that they're teaming up, you know, and so to save the day, get the bad guys, get the artifact back, all that good stuff. But they get the Spartans together and they doing all the weapons, and that's nice, and they getting on the ship. But they're flying to the Covenant planet, and that's cool. And I like what they was doing with the gravity. You know, I mean, I knew they weren't gonna die, but it was still intense. It was still kind of at your edge of the seat moment. But that's just crazy right there and fascinates me. I kind of want to look into that more just on a personal level, just how gravity, I mean, I'm not nobody's a master of gravity, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like I have the basic understanding of, you know, what we all learned in school. But it was just kind of cool how I think they said like something with the ring and the planet was making the gravity distort into speak. It was interesting. And that's just, I like how all that works. But they finally get up to the planet. And even when they was flying there, you know, he lost communication with Cortana. And it's nice that he trusts Cortana now. Like, hey, Cortana, I can use you right now. And so they're working together, but he barely could hear her in the ship, but he can feel it. And was like, you know, Vanek, keep this line right here. How do you know? Just do it. And they finally get there, so that was pretty dope as well. Now, look at your girl right here, Maggie. She look confused as hell. You know what I'm saying? Where'd she get these clothes from? I mean, they just got a customized tailor just for her. She the only human around. And still, man, it's weird. Where did she learn how to have sex? I don't know. Maybe it was her intuition. You know, this just feels right. Who knows? That I was finna bring up another movie, but I'm not gonna do this. But what y'all think about her set right here, the drip? Y'all like this? What y'all rock this? Y'all cosplay? I'm McKee, you know, from Halo season 1, and where my arms at, you know, and I can't turn my head, but it's kind of clean. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. But it was nice to see the Covenant planet right here. I mean, we kind of saw glimpses of it early on in the season, but it's nice to actually get to see something now. All the different sizes of the Covenants, the small aliens, the big ones. We got the elders over here, and apparently they're brothers, and they got these long necks. And I like all that right there. That is pretty cool. It is pretty interesting. But, you know, hey, it's all going to come to an end. Now, earlier I talked about them catching Halsey. I think that's one of the spot popping up right here. She's running through the wilderness and all that. They catch her. But now we got to get to the nitty gritty right here, guys, is the action. And this was great. This is what I've been wanting to see the entire time since this show premiered. And we've only gotten a few episodes of action, but they really came through. You know, they all jumped out the ship with them dope ass superhero landings. That was nice. I like that. And they just started taking everybody out. Now, McKee, she goes over and touches the artifact, the keystone, and that puts John in a trance. But all these aliens are coming around, like, you know, Cortana said it's like a few hundred. I'm like, damn. And the action is perfect. I like it. I mean, I like how Vanek picked up the alien Covenant gun and he was using that back against them. I like that because that's exactly what you can do in the game. I like that they also gave us a nice first-person shooter view of John killing people. That was dope as hell. I really like that, and how each Spartan has their like own specialty of weapons and strength. That's pretty cool right there. But when the big guys came, you know, I'm thinking like there's no way John and the rest of the Spartans are going to be able to compete with them. But they still running a gauntlet. They just still running around, wrecking shop, jumping, flipping, diving, rolling, shooting, punching, kicking. I'm like, man, this is choreographed very, very well. So the whole team right here to organize this fight, you know, 2 thumbs up. Y'all knocked that out of the park. I absolutely loved it. And I also thought it was cool, man, when Maggie touched the artifact and then the star map popped up in the sky. But I think the only way they're still going to, because I knew we weren't going to get to the Halo officially in season 1. I mean, that would just be too early. But I think that John has to touch the halo, not the halo, but the artifact too, for the map to be complete. And they're calling him the demon head, like take him alive and all of this. And it's nice. The enemy, the Covenant is closing in on him. And one of them throws that sticky grenade and it blows the hell out of Riz. And you know, those suits are strong, y'all. They can survive the Spartans with one grenade going off right by them. But two, of course, that's gonna kill them. This first one almost killed her. But it was nice. We finally get to see, you know, they're about to lose. And John was like, I sacrificed myself, basically, in a way. Cortana, take over my body. You know, with you taking over, you can control the ship. You can control me. We can get this done. And that's what happens. Now, I said earlier that I have a nitpick. This is my only nitpick. Right when he was like, I said, I trust you. I wish that Cortana would have took over his body right there. But for him to just shut down completely or whatever the hell he was doing, and then they're going to allow the Spartan to baseball bat him up in the ceiling, like across the air like that, I'm like, man, why are you just going to take a hit like that? That's crazy. And as Cortana is like looking over him, about to like go into his body, all the Covenant just stops. They just stop and wait and watch and like, okay, we're going to let you transform. Super Saiyan 1, 2, you know, all the way up to 5. It's just like, go hit him or chop off his head or do whatever you're going to do, like while you're waiting. But as soon as he gets back up, that's when you want to go back over there. But, you know, it is what it is. But he starts fighting everybody and kicking the ass and starts to control the ship. And they fly away. And McKee is dead. Viz or Kai shot McKee and she's dead. And the alien Covenant people are like, well, stop him. They're going to get away. And yeah, that was pretty much what caps off the action scene right there. But now they flying away and Halsey is over here giving a narration. She doesn't have all these other plans set up. She's, you know, got her military base over here. She's good. She got her new drip, you know, new people to follow her. She done planned this for a long, long time. Trying to monologue and make excuses for her insanity, but she's crazy and she needs to be dealt with. And we just kind of see like all the aftermath from here. Then they have the Halsey up there talking about she's wanted and you know, Miranda, you know, she's over everything now. I like that. Do y'all also think her daddy should be in jail as well? Also Parangoski, because they was all complicit in this. But you let me know what you think down below. But I really did like this series, guys. I hope that we get a season 2. I think it has been announced, if my memory serves me correctly. But you guys let me know what you thought about the episode, your likes, your dislikes. You know, if you watched the whole thing through, or if this is your first time watching the episode, or whatever. Because I really did like it, guys. And that is Halo, Episode 9, Season 1, the season finale titled Transcendence. And where's Transcendence at? There, well, no, that's it. There it is right there. No official synopsis up yet. But guys, that is just my opinion, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 40,000 subscribers. If you subscribe, you're going to get some movie reviews, some spoiler movie reviews for Doctor Strange, a weekly movie news roundup show. I cover various TV shows that I'm into, like right now, Atlanta, We Own This City. Of course, Halo, which we're talking now, Young Justice Season 4, and also Moon Knight. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my pen. Peace.